I'm Mitchell Tyler. I'm one of the co-owners of SafeSide Tactical. We are a retail and range establishment in Roanoke, Virginia, Southwest Virginia, and we are in a large location there, and we're about to open a secondary location in Lynchburg, Virginia. Over the last 5 years, kind of as our growth has escalated on a pretty sharp curve, what we found is that the provider we were with before just wasn't scalable. We had a great big name, POS. However, we knew that as we were growing in services and in scale, and especially as we were adding the range, that we were really looking for a single source integrator that could come in and help us with the POS right at the counter, but the range management, the back office, shipping and receiving. And as we went through our search, Celerant, and specifically the Stratus product that was coming on the market at the time, really was the fit for where we were going to be headed. Our range is totally managed by Celerant Stratus. We are on the latest version. We do all the updates. We take every feature that comes out. Everything from checking in on the range, how we log your waivers on file for a customer, all the way down to how many minutes you're going to use the range, which lane you're going to be on. We use the scheduling module for basically tracking our range resources, knowing who's where, and then that feeds right into our CRM clubs, the different levels that you can be at in the range for ammo discounts, how many times you get to use the range, and at the end of the transaction, that all ends up on a point of sale screen where we get to click pay and collect some dollars. I'd recommend Celerant to other retailers, especially in our category, and I know there's a couple of specific areas that Celerant has specialty retailers, but our bound book, our ATF records that we're required to keep, being able to do that in one system, whereas before we had multiple systems, that's been a huge relief. There's just so many different features, and what I really like is that it's scalable. So as we grow into our next location with another range, we already have the basis established of this great system that we're going to be using there with another staff of 35 and another 10,000 customers. And there are lots of great software providers out there, and you can spend countless hours on the internet looking, but I haven't found another software partner, and that's kind of how we look at the relationship. This is not a piece of software we're buying, this is a partnership with the software developer. And so as new features are needed or required or requested, or that even another customer has requested, it's just been great to be able to see the development happen and get all the way from a concept to deployment in our business. And what I found with other POS manufacturer software is that you're buying a one-time product for the most part. And in our case, we'd have to buy 5 or 6 one-time products. And then we'd have to have full-time staff that's linking those. I just couldn't find anything else that had the scalability and kind of the reach that Celerant and Stratus did. As the customer, we do drive some of the development, and it's impossible for a software engineer to be a firearms expert at the same time. As a firearms dealer or a range manager, I can say, hey, if I could have this feature, or if I could have this button or this checkbox, it would make my life so much easier. And like I said, seeing that from kind of a concept all the way through development and then in a release, it's just really fulfilling, and that partnership is working both ways.